Good evening. Welcome to the Planning Commission meeting for the City of Glendale, the first one for the year 2016, on this day of January 20th. May we please have a roll call?
Planning Commissioners Landrigan.
Present.
Lee.
Here.
Manukian.
Here.
Chairperson Historian.
Here. Report regarding the posting of agenda, Ms. Stadler.
The agenda for this meeting was posted on Wednesday, January 13th, 2016, on the bulletin board outside City Hall and on the city's website.
Excellent. Ms. Landrigan, if we can follow you the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Item number 4 is election of chairperson, and the year passed so quickly in 2015, right? And chairperson pro tem, Ms. Stadler, how do we do this? What do we do?
Do we have any nominations for chairperson?
I would like to nominate Commissioner Chang Lee.
And we have a nomination for Commissioner Chang Lee. Are there any other nominations from the floor?
I'd like to nominate Commissioner Manukian.
Commissioner Manukian. And
Can we have a discussion on this matter?
No, but this is an exercise of what happens when you have 4 people as opposed to 5.
we do have a request into the city clerk to please appoint another member of your commission. I don't know when that'll happen, but the city clerk is aware. So we have 2 people nominated. Do we have any other nominations from the floor? Hearing none, we'll take nominations in the order in which they were received. All in favor of Chang Lee?
Aye.
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 We have a majority. Therefore, Mr. Lee is now the chairperson.
Very good. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
What can I actually say?
Congratulations.
It was an academic exercise.
Now, I think Mr. Lee will do the pro tem, right?
Yes, or unless he'd like me to do it.
Let me get as far away from you as possible.
Just change the nameplates, please. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Commissioners, for the nomination. Next step is electing a chairperson pro tem. Now, can I also make the nomination as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can pass the gavel, I believe, and make a nomination.
Okay. One more time. I'd like to nominate Ms. Landrigan for chairperson pro tem.
Okay. Do we have any other nominations? Seeing none, all in favor of Ms. Landrigan for chair pro tem?
Aye.
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 Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Passing back the gavel.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I'd like to take the initiative and thank Mr. Historian for his fine leadership and tell him that we really have enjoyed having you chair the commission.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate the controversies because it only makes us better as we go along. Appreciate it.
And I'd like to echo Ms. Landrigan on that. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, next item number 5, approval of minutes.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, so the minutes has been approved. Oral communications. Do we have any oral communications?
I have no cards.
Okay. This is on the, okay. Yeah, I don't see any. Zoning appeals, old business, new business, there are none.
New business, we have one.
Okay, the planning commission items, item number 8, the new business. Can we have the report?
Yes, Mr. Chair, members of the Commission, this one item before you, you're here today to consider the subdivision for new proposed tentative track to develop a new two-story multifamily development consisting of 4 condominium units over a semi-subterranean garage, and it's located in the R1650 medium-high density zone. The planning staff's recommendation today is to approve the tentative map since it is in compliance with the subdivision, State Subdivision Map Act. Just a brief background on the project. The land is, or in this case, the two-story multi-family development is 7,186 square feet. The proposed project does consist of 4 residential units, again located in the R1650 medium-high density zone. The subject site is located just north of Broadway along Adams Street. It would be east of Glendale Avenue, west of Chevy Chase, just to give you an idea on location. Presently, the site is developed with a single-family home. The last time I checked was actually about a month ago, so at the time it was actually fenced off. I don't know as of today if it was demolished or not, but originally there was a single-family house there, and if it still stands, it would be a single-family house, which is proposed to be demolished. It was already considered under administrative design review when they submitted the proposal to demolish that development and propose a new two-story, and it was approved with conditions by our director. The site is surrounded by high-density multifamily development and also commercial zones along the south along Broadway Avenue, or Broadway. The immediate street block does consist of both 1-, 2-, and 3-story developments, so therefore this project is consistent with the surrounding developments in the area. The site is 8,000 square feet, and all public services and utilities are available for the property. Staff has considered all the development standards in the general plan, and we do feel it is in compliance with both the zoning standards and the general plan, and therefore we do recommend approval today. I have included I've included the conditions or recommended conditions from other departments, as well as planning, and a motion for your consideration. So if you have any questions, I'm available to answer, but that would conclude my presentation.
Thank you, Ms. Toledo. I do see a speaker card. Mr. Hayek Matrujan.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners. Happy New Year. I'm Hayek Mardirosyan. I'm the tract engineer. My address is 1545 North Verdugo Road, number 2, Glendale. This is a 4-unit new condominium project proposed for the lot consists of 8,000 square feet. The project is located in a multifamily zone of R1650, and density of the project is allowed us to build 4 units. That's what we are in compliance with the zoning requirements. The proposed project is 4 units of 3 bedrooms, townhouse styles, with the private garages. There are 11 parking spaces proposed for the project, with 1 guest parking and 10 for all the tenants. Project has not, the existing resident has not been demolished yet, but is being fenced out, as Ms. Milka put it in her report. The project got approval from DRE back in 2014, I believe. And currently plans are in plan check for the permitting process, and we are hoping to get our permit by end of the rainy season. So the construction will be starting sometimes in April. So we have read all the conditions by planning staff, and we are in concur with their recommendation, and we will fully comply with them. If you have any question, I'll be more than happy to answer it.
Any questions for the speaker? I see none. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any discussions?
And I can start real quickly on this thing. I'm looking at your consistency review, Mr. Chair, and this project is well within the consistent elements that the city has set. So for all practical purposes, I do not have an issue with it. And especially when it is part and parcel of the general plan in creating new residences for the city of Glendale or residences that are of home ownership, so to say. With that, I'd love to hear what everybody else has to say.
Commissioner Manukian.
We covered it.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I have no other
Okay, so
observations.
then I'm ready to entertain the motion. So, Commissioner Historian, are you going to
I'll
make
be
the
happy
motion?
to,
Sure.
as soon as I find a copy of my motion.
It's
think this is
the
a
new
new
one.
There's a new motion.
Yeah, what is the difference, Miss Stadler?
I corrected the zoning on section A where the first sentence reads zoning regulations for the lot allow 22 units per acre in the R1650 zone. That's the only change as opposed to R12. It was an error.
R1250, right. So this is R1650.
Yes.
Okay. But all 43 conditions are still part of your new
44.
44. The other one had 43.
I think
No, it had 44. My mistake. Very good. So I'll be ready. I'm ready to read the motion into record. I move that upon consideration of tentative tract map 73874, and after reviewing the records, files, reports, and all documentary evidence submitted with regard to said tentative tract, that tentative tract number 73874 is hereby exempt per state CEQA guidelines, Section 15303, Class 3 new construction, approved subject to compliance with the State Subdivision Map Act, Chapter 1632, 1616 of Title 16 of Glendale Municipal Code, Title 30 of the Glendale Municipal Code, and the 44 additional conditions listed below, and the Planning Commission hereby makes each and all of the following findings of fact, but that's matter of record. I'm positive that you don't want me to read each and every one of them, right?
Correct.
You could say A through J and 1 through 4.
As instructions of the chair.
Any support?
I will second.
Okay, so we have motion and a second by Ms. Landrigan. Roll call, please.
Planning Commissioners Astorian,
Yes.
Landrigan,
Aye.
Manukian,
Aye.
Chairperson Lee.
Aye. With the unanimous vote, this case is approved. Okay, next item, community development department updates.
Just to follow up on what you saw at your last meeting, we do have the ordinance for marijuana, medical marijuana, and also the ordinance for massage. They're both going to be at City Council on the 26th of January. So if you're interested, you can take a look at that hearing. The medical marijuana ordinance was introduced, and so this on the 26th it would be for adoption, and for the 26th we're going to have the massage ordinance introduced. So if you have any questions on that, we encourage you to take a look and watch that hearing. I think it might be interesting because nobody spoke before your meeting, but we're now starting to get comments from the public. So that concludes my presentation.
So that's this coming Tuesday?
The 26th.
26th. Okay. Thank you, Ms. Stoddard.
And for it to be adopted, there's 30 days lag time, correct?
Correct.
But that is next week.
Okay.
Isn't it?
So-
I don't know.
I
Well,
think
for the
yes,
20th,
yeah.
it's next week.
Yeah, it is, next Tuesday.
Thank you.
Okay. So comments from any commissioners? I don't see any.
I have one.
Yes.
I believe it's in May. I won't tell you the exact date, but we have the Verdugo Open Space Walk and Run coming up, and I hope everybody will check it out because it's a great fundraiser, and it provides all of the proceeds go to providing interpretive nature education to all of our young folks, and to also help us with purchasing open space and helping the city out. So I hope that you all will come and walk and run with us in May, and next time I'll have the exact date.
Thank you, Ms. Landrigan. With that, I'd like to entertain motion for adjournment.
So moved.
So moved.
So moved.
Mr. Lee just signed the minutes. These are the planning commission dates.
Always going to be like this.